Well, that's me on the train. I'm heading west to a little place called Mulgai, which is north of Glasgow. I'm going to start the West Highland Way there. It's a 96-mile walk all the way to Fort William through some of Scotland's most beautiful scenery. I'm looking forward to it, but all I've got to protect me from the elements are the clothes that I've got on and what's in this backpack. So there's no luxury of having the wee boon van with me on this trip. But I will be meeting up with Maggie along with Trish and Kira at Fort William in 5 days' time. If I can make it that far, that is. I've now officially started on the West Highland Way. 2 minutes in and out of breath already. Now when you come into Mulgai, it's a really impressive start to the walk because you have the obelisk there and then you have a big signage across the railings, West Highland Way. You certainly know you've started. And then as you come down the steps, there's all these cast iron cutouts of the things that you're going to see on the walk. And then just a little bit further, there's a poster that shows you where you are at Mulgai. It shows you the walk going all the way, the 96 miles all the way to Fort William. I've came through Mugdock Country Park. There's an old ancient woodland there, so it makes a great start to the walk. All these old trees, I just love that sort of thing. And then you come to Craigallon Loch and the landscape just opens out. And there's a little memorial stone there. Now this little memorial, it was put there to commemorate a meeting spot. So apparently, back in the 1920s and 30s, people used to meet there and they used to have a fire, a bit of a camp out, I suppose, and just a bit of a blether about everything that was going on back then, days of the Great Depression. I have a moan about the government. Not much has changed really, has it? I've just stopped here for a few minutes and to put a plaster on my finger because I've cut my finger. Yeah, there was a swing back there and I couldn't resist it. I had to have a go. I'm just a big child at heart.
You're a big child at heart. Yeah. Just as well as a strong branch.
You're right. Took care of my injury, but I'm not the only person that's injured. There's a fella over there, just behind me, and he's in a pretty bad way. I really don't think he's going to make it to the end. Oh, hello, little fella. Hello. Right, I'm going to get the backpack on and get moving. I'm thinking about possibly stopping over at Drimmen tonight. There's a campsite there and that's around about the 12-mile mark. Or if I'm feeling up to it, I might go on to Connick Hill. That's around about 20 miles. Might be too much, but see how we get on. Well, that's the Beech Tree Inn just behind me there. That's where I stopped for lunch. I had a burger and chips. I couldn't resist it. Shouldn't really have, but I felt I deserved it. It's just beside the Glengoyne distillery. I wasn't tempted to have a whiskey though. I had a beer along with my burger and chips. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a bit of a late lunch. I would have been earlier, but it's probably about 2:30 now. I did take a wrong turn back there. I wouldn't say I got lost. I just didn't see a left turn. and I went straight on. So that took me down a little trail, which was really actually quite a nice trail. There was bluebells out, and it was a lovely walk. It looked like it was going the right way, but, well, it wasn't. It was going the wrong way. So I came to a stile, or really it was like a set of ladders that were over a fence. Really quite a big steep set of ladders. Managed to get myself over there, worked my way down to a pond, and then, whoops, busy road. When I got to the pond, there's some swans on the pond, and I kind of realised around about that time that actually I'd went the wrong way. So I had to backtrack and probably put on an extra 4 miles. So I'm now wondering whether or not I will actually make it to Conic Hill. There's a little honesty box here. Let's see what they've got. Ooh, lots of goodies. I was looking for some chocolate, but there wasn't any, so the money bag is staying in my pocket. For now, anyway. No got anything for you? No, that's not food. That's not food. Right, just coming into this little village of Gartness. So I'm heading for Drimmen campsite, which should be just along here. I'm not going to make it to Conic Hill. Shouldn't have had that little excursion. That's nice, isn't it? Right, let's get to this campsite. Well, I got my tent pitched up, but I'm not at the campsite. Got to the campsite and it was full. Couldn't believe it. Just my luck. I really didn't expect that at all for one little tent, but they were full. So anyway, the girl said, why don't you try Drimmen Woods? So that's what I've done. I've walked another couple of miles and managed to get myself into a lovely little spot here at Drimmen Woods. So, you know, all's well that ends well today. And I managed to get myself some water. Filtered that from a little stream that's just beside me. And the mishaps didn't stop there though. I thought I'd have myself some adventure food. It's a little boil in the bag thing. You boil up the water and then you pour it in and you cook it in the bag. And that was when I realised I didn't have my spoon, so I couldn't stir it, and I thought, well, that's no good. It's a good job I had that burger and chips. I thought, at least I can have a coffee. So my little cook set out. I thought I'll have a coffee, boil up the water. No gas. I'm just not having the luck today. It's my first go at this wild camping stuff, so there's always going to be one or two things that I forget. I did make a checklist and then proceeded to ignore it. Because I changed my mind so many times about what I was taking. I was worried about my bag weight. So, no coffee, no food, just me in the tent. So, I'm going to enjoy my water and chill out for a while before I hit the hay. This is what it's like inside the tent. Just let you have a quick look. That's it. So I've got this inflatable pad. I think it's called the Trekology one, UL80. It's quite thick. And a Featherstone quilt. And a Trekology pillow. So that's me. I should be quite cosy in here tonight. Plenty of room in here. It's a good long tent for one man. And the airbed was quite easy to pack up. It was just a case of blowing that up. I've got a little pump, and I did actually remember to bring that pump. So, it's been an eventful first day. Hopefully, no mishaps tomorrow. It's morning. I'm up early and I'm heading into Drimmen village to buy a chocolate bar for the walk. I then make my way through the woods. The heat of the day and the weight of my backpack are starting to get the better of me. It's a sign of what's to come. And I'm spraying on some smidge because I can feel the wee beasties starting to bite.
I'm following the trail now to Balmaha. There's 2 routes, and I'm going for the difficult one over Connick Hill. I'm just hoping the views will be worth it. There's a show of bluebells here at the end of the woodland section. Then it's onward to the hills on the hottest day of the year so far.
I'm now on the way down from Connick Hill. The views from here are absolutely stunning. Right across Loch Lomond, and you can see all the little islands dotted about. Really tough go, and I stopped at one point and had some of that chocolate and some water. So I was needing that, but even still, I was just finding it really hard going, so I didn't go right up to the top of Connick Hill. But you're able to skirt around the side and you still get these absolutely fantastic panoramic views. The next stop for me anyway, Balmaha. Well, I made it to Balmaha. And I've just had my lunch at the Oak Tree Inn, which is behind me. I had a really spicy beef thing. It was really good actually, very spicy. So much so that I had to have that second pint of beer. Coming over Connick Hill, that was a real tough one. But thankfully, going down the other side was a lot easier. It's a great place for walking, so I can see quite a lot of walking groups up there. It's a really popular place for walkers. Walkers of all ages, older people, younger people, all generations really. Some really nice spots to stop, have a selfie. Some really great spots for that. And then coming down these steps, oh my goodness. The steps were really, really steep and really quite badly worn away. Some of them, there was really quite a steep drop, and all the people coming the other way, they were struggling. It was bad enough for me going down, but the ones coming up, it was tough. So the next stretch for me is going to be quite a tough one. It's along the banks of Loch Lomond. I'm in the wee brown tent. Not where I thought I would be, and it's not at the time I thought I would be in the tent either. I was having back problems today. The walk was really starting to take its toll. I think the heat, but also the backpack that I had on. It was weighing in at 12 kilograms and it's really been starting to get at me. I'm struggling a bit with the heat and just the weight of the pack. So there was a point today where honestly I thought I just couldn't go on. I came to this campsite where I am now, Cashel campsite it is, and I thought, well, I'll probably not get in there. It'll be chocker. But I went over and I thought, I'll give it a try. You have to try, don't you? I just saw the sign, full, and honestly, it's like my heart sank and I thought, what do I do? I'm in a camping restriction zone, so you can't wild camp on this stretch at all, right the way along Loch Lomond. You can only camp at campsites. My plan was to walk right through the camping restriction zone. I would really have struggled to do that. I saw the sign, it said full, and I thought, what am I going to do? Just at that, a chap came over and he said, you look like you're struggling a little bit. You're backpacking. Don't worry, we can get you in. We'll get you in somehow. So, I'll tell you, I was so relieved, so grateful to the guy. It's morning, and I'd like to say that I've had a good night's sleep, but in fact, it's been the exact opposite. Morning. There's been a bit of a change of plan. I'm afraid I'm going to go home today. And the reason for that is, well, for one thing, I couldn't sleep last night. My back was just too sore. I was trying different positions on my side, on my back, But nothing was doing it for me. I even tried deflating the mat for a little while and just lying on the hard floor. To make matters worse, I was up twice through the night, being sick, 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock. So, you know, just the way it is, I can't go on. So Trish is coming to pick me up. She should be here soon. Trish and Kira, they're bringing the car actually, the wee black car. Oh dear, yeah, they should be here soon, and we'll get away. You in, Kira? You settled? Good girl. Guess who's here?
Hi.
My saviour. Honestly, my saviour. I don't know what I would have done. I was just feeling so terrible. No sleep. Oh, my back's killing me. I just want to go home to my bed.
Oh, you big bairn.
I know. So I just shoved everything in the boot. Sort it out later. You know, I'll love to do it another day. Maybe next time I'll just do a hill or something. Stuff this multi-day stuff. You know, I'll break myself in easy the next time. Right, we'll see you on the next one. Don't know when that'll be. See you folks. Bye.
Bye.